this is a follow-up to the review I did on the TomTom 6000 Trucker. One of the most common questions I get asked is what sat-nav do I have? What do I use? And it's the TomTom 6000 Trucker. What can I say really? When it works great. The traffic thing where it reroutes you, can't fault it. However, I don't see any real improvements over the previous version of the TomTom Trucker, which I still have as a spare, and I usually I'll take that in other trucks with me and stuff like that, but it's getting a bit old now. I used to just leave this one here. Right, it's faults, it's got faults. Every now and again, not often, it's probably only happened twice since I've had it, it will just randomly reroute you, like, will give you the same route that you've just been on. It'll just recalculate for some unknown reason, and then you have to wait for it, and sometimes it can take like a couple of minutes for it to do its search, because it gives you a bar from 0 to 100%, and it'll get stuck on like 80-90%. One of the other faults is the buttons sometimes disappear for the icons. And if you tap where that button normally is, it works, but it just disappears. The sound sometimes just goes off. Just it'll give you the audio for like speeding or traffic, whatever. Not for traffic, for speed cameras. But the guidance will just turn itself off. So you might, if you don't look at it, you've probably gone past your turning like I did yesterday, and then you're like, oh great, now what am I going to do? So there's a couple of faults with it. Another one as well, which is kind of annoying. It's got some roads down as a weight limit of 7.5 ton, and you get to the road and you're like, there's no weight limit on this road. So you're like, well, I'm just going to go down here now. It's going to be quicker than the way it's taking me. That's happened a couple of times. If you go to Leighton Buzzard from Northampton using this sat nav, and you weigh more than 7.5 ton, you're better off switching into car mode, and just follow the car mode, and guarantee until you get into the centre of Leighton Buzzard you won't hit any weight limits. But this has got you down as lots of weight limits. Actually, if you set it as a van, change your vehicle height to your actual height so you don't go to any bridges, and just put your weight as 5 ton, and then you just use your noggin when you come up to a weight limit sign. The good part, so it does have some good bits. It does work well when it works well, when it works. The traffic avoidance is fantastic, so I will renew that subscription when it runs out. I actually got an extra 3 months free just for updating the software on it. So I was like, well, I'm definitely going to update the software on it. It comes with free lifetime maps, which are, I think they're about every quarter. I've just updated it now. About 2 months ago, maybe a month ago. Automatic switches to night mode, as you'd expect. Another question I get quite a lot is, would I recommend that or a Garmin or a snooper? I've never used the snooper or the Garmin, so I really can't answer that. However, if Garmin or snooper want to send me one to review, I will do that, but it's not like that they're going to do that. The reason I went for TomTom in the first place is because I'm used to TomTom. I know TomTom. I've always had TomToms, but this design is a lot different from the older ones. The layout. I like the screen size. That's brilliant. But it's just too. I think it's. I think it tries to do too much from what it's actually capable of. The user interface is trying to be really nice and smooth and everything, but it just doesn't work. As in, it's just not got enough processing power to do that. You see what it's trying to do, and when it hasn't got much load on, as in like doing a short route, it's really quick. Like calculating the route. Sometimes it will. The only part before I carry on, before I forget actually, if you have toll roads turned on, so you can use a toll road, which I can now, it doesn't warn you when it's planning it. Now it needs to warn you, because what happens if you're going down a toll road you don't have a tag for, or it's a tunnel that you don't have a tag for. It's like, for instance, I was in Newcastle the other day. I had toll roads switched on so I can use them. It never warned me, and then I realised I'm heading towards a tunnel here and I don't have a tunnel tag. So then I had to go and turn toll roads off in the settings, and then recalculate me around. But if it would have warned me at the planning stage, or asked me at the planning stage, like it used to ask you, then I would have said no, find a different route. It definitely, I mean, if TomTom needs to get that sorted. They really need to get that sorted. And that beeping noise you hear is saying that I'm either at or above the current speed limit. I'm actually bang on it, to be honest. So, out of 10, I would give this a 7. And that's purely because of its faults. Another thing it's got a fault on as well, which is if you go on to recalculated route to avoid a part of the route. Say I wanted to turn, say I was turning right here and I couldn't. So you press find alternative or avoid part of route, and you select which road you need to avoid. It reroutes you down the same road you just told it you can't go down. So what the point of that is, I don't know. But that's only just been introduced recently. They need to, consider it's a commercial thing and it's expensive, it should be spot on. It's only for people like do reviews on it that you actually know what it's really like. Because if you look at the company's video of it, it looks fantastic. And it is when it works. Doesn't work all the time. I've come across one bridge that I had wrong. It's probably just wrong in its database. I think the bridge height had changed, to be honest, which was near Long Bugby. It doesn't give me an option to report an error on the map of a bridge size. It can report a road error.
Turn left, Leicester Street, then keep right.
I can report like a no entry or a road layout has changed, but I can't. It doesn't like report a weight limit change or a height change, and then they can manually check it.
Turn left, then keep right.
So I wouldn't actually mind trying a different sat nav. Fast as Fox on YouTube. If you've never heard of him, go and check him out. It's all one word: Fast as Fox, F-O-X. Indicators, please. Which way you are going? Thank you. He's got, I forgot which brand it is, but if you go and check him out, he's got a video there for his sat nav. I think it's like a Chinese one or one of those ones that you don't really know the name of. But he rates it. He says it's fantastic. It does bridge heights and all that stuff, and weight limits.
After
and
200
it's
yards,
a good price.
keep right, then at the end of the road, turn right.
So it's not always the best brands. The name brands aren't always the best things.
Keep right, then at the end of the road, turn right.
So I think I'll leave it there for the
turn right,
part 2 of the TomTom review. But Yeah, I like it. I do like it, but it's just not always 100% perfect. And I do like the quick clip where you just take it out like that. It'll automatically go in standby. Put it back on. The wire's long enough. It's routed all the way around the dashboard and comes out here. So there's plenty of wire on it. It's all hidden as well. And if you're in a daft, just tuck it in below this trim here, and you don't see it.